What's going on, everybody out there in the internets? Bob the Barber here in Austin, Texas, Beardbrand headquarters, and I got my friend Andrew here, and we're gonna do some work. I usually get a kind of like a 2-guard on the sides, you know, an 1.5 inches, 2 inches up top. Usually don't wear product in it, pretty straight, normal. This is on the longer side for me. So that makes sense. I normally cut, cut it enough to tussle it up a little bit, have a little bit of bangs here. But if you're up for doing something different, I'm cool with that too. So a 2 is pretty classic, pretty standard in most gentlemen's haircuts. I feel like we could probably get away with doing something a little shorter, just to jazz it up a bit. Still same shape, still same kind of growth, but a little more aggressive at the get. And then have that ledge. You have the hair kind of like naturally separates right here in the front.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure I don't do anything to accentuate that or jeopardize like styles in the future. Yeah, we'll take it down, give it some texture. If you're not somebody who rocks product, I want you to still be able to just like get out of bed, kind of shake it off, and look intentional.
Yeah, I usually go to the shower, dry it off, and just a little tussle, and that's about it.
That's perfect. Do you have any goals with the beard? Are we?
Not, to be honest. Like this is pretty new. I figured if I'm coming to a beard conference.
How are you like? How's it working out so far?
Pretty good. It's looking a little scraggly, but otherwise maybe a little bit. Yeah, maybe keep it, to trim it up a touch, get a little more even. But otherwise,
for sure.
Maybe we'll change the plan.
If you're happy with that length, we'll make sure we tuck it all in and make sure that it looks nice and even. If we were going to be growing it out, I would probably do something a little different. But otherwise, we'll talk about it when we get there.
Yeah.
So starting off with the 3.5 real quick, just to knock down some of the bulk, see how the hair reacts to being shorter. It's pretty close to what you typically get, so if we had to stop the haircut midway because you were offended by my dad jokes, then you could,
I'm friends with Eric. I can't be offended by your dad jokes.
Oh, geez. Yeah, so it's like double trouble when he's in the room with me. It's really, really awkward.
After 10 minutes, it's probably just you guys, right? Just the two
of
you.
And
we're telling each other jokes back and forth.
Quality, funny jokes, but like nobody laughs at them just because they don't want to egg us on to do more jokes. So they're just holding in all the joy and laughter that we bring them.
I do that a lot. Like when someone tells a hilarious joke.
You make them earn it?
No, I kind of, I play hard to get with my laughter.
Oh, dang, man. Poker player, just keeping it close to the chest. We'll get you one of these days.
No, if you're half as bad / good as Eric.
He definitely gets the medal on that one. His jokes are pretty, let's just say, classic.
Classically bad.
Exactly. Yeah. So right now I am grabbing my good old workhorses. My senior wall is adjustable, and I've got a 1.5 guard on there to blend into some of that 3 that I had just taken off with. Clean all this stuff. So take it down, chipping away. A lot of fades I will start from the bottom up, but on a haircut I'm not too familiar with, and I'll usually start from top to bottom just to see how the head is shaped and how that hair reacts once it gets shorter, like I said. What do you do out in Tucson?
I work for myself, so I run a community of e-commerce store owners. So that's how I know Eric. He's been a part of our community for years, almost since the beginning. So we've got people that, all sorts of niche stores, from beard oil, obviously, to barber equipment, to lighting, to pretty much anything you can imagine. So put on events, have an online forum for members, and develop some software. So. Yeah, it's fun. It's really fun.
That is, I love my job because I get to talk to guys who are in these like little niche worlds that are not so niche. It's tons of people probably making lots of money and doing good things in the world.
Yeah, it's. I don't know.
And then not the typical, policeman, doctor, lawyer jobs. That's awesome. How'd you even find yourself in that world?
Kind of similar to Eric, actually. We got out of school and went to the finance world for a couple of years. It was rough. And glad I did it, but was ready to quit and do something else. And kind of just quit cold turkey and started an e-commerce business. Because I was trying to build a,
What era? What years were we talking?
2008.
It's amazing how that is so long ago.
Yeah, it is. I was thinking about that today, like with
all the stuff going on with the markets and coronavirus. Like the last time we had a big crash it's been like 12 years.
I think here in Austin, you get a lot of tech guys. You get a lot of guys who were entrepreneurs. A lot of food and drink in Austin.
That was the question.
Yeah, I bet you if I was in a different city, different market, it'd be a completely different clientele, and that's cool too because everyone's looking for just very similar kind of classic cool haircuts. But yeah, it's very helpful because you get to pick their brains and you get everything from the scum of the earth to the guys who are nice and shiny. And at the end of the day, they're all under the same cape, getting a haircut by me. So this is the equalizer. But I get to learn so much, and in Austin, yes, definitely a lot of smart, ambitious, technically savvy men and women.
Yeah, what do you learn about people that like the average person wouldn't necessarily think? Because you kind of sit and you learn about their lives. You have like an excuse to talk to this broad swath of people, and they're in your chair for half an hour plus, and so you can kind of dive into their world and life. Like, what do you learn about people?
I learned
like general themes and trends and stuff.
Yeah, there's a common thread is if you're somebody who doesn't move around, you're gonna pay for it when you're older. If you're somebody who moves around too much when they were younger, you're gonna pay for it. So finding that like nice happy median. And then same thing for like entrepreneurs. It's like you realize that you want the freedom and you want the access and things like that, and be able to make a difference. But it's a lot of fucking work. And the other thing is that. To play with the big boys, living below your means and buying property. That's just like super basic formulas for success out there. That being an entrepreneur is not easy. Just taking care of your body will pay off in the long run. And that if you want to make some money and have some resilience to these types of markets, real estate is a good one.
Interesting.
Yeah, those right there.
That was an impressively.
I'm gonna put down the clippers right now and just walk at it. You're welcome, everybody.
Just you see a lot of people have done really well in property over the years.
Once again, there's a common theme. Like the guys who are can play with a little bit extra money. They start small and work up into the commercial stuff and don't look at it as a gamble or anything like that. Just like long-term stuff, and usually works out pretty well in their favor.
Huh.
Yeah, because businesses can come and go. The market fluctuates. So a good solid way is to get into that real estate, whether it's like a one rental and being the landlord and then getting a few more places and then working your way up into bigger buildings. The guys who are making moves and it's under the covers art. Like these guys are not the front facing people. They're just slow and low, let it burn, be smart about it. But like I said, it's been a common theme. It's not like I have this, I read the book or something like that. Just after talking to enough guys, it's like, okay, there's something, they got something else going on. And that's just a background thing. That's not something that is their first type of financial choice. It's something that they got into and they've been inspired by other people that are in that world. These guys are tech guys or construction guys. I met some gentleman the other day who owns junkyards, but he owns land. lots of land. And eventually, when he needs to sell that land, it's real estate, man. Someone's going to pay him top dollar for what used to be a freaking mud pit. So, yeah.
And then hearing that gives me something to just take my mind off the road.
So I'm measuring your hair right now, by the way. It looks like you're just shy of 3 inches, and you said that you usually take it down to 1.5.
1.5, 2.
Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna take it down to that 1.5.
I like to put it on Lincoln Park.
You can still have some fun.
That one's pretty.
The way that your hair lies, a little bit of moisture, maybe with some product, you can still do some classic styles with. I was like options, even if it's short and messy. You never put any product in it. The day that you want to or need to, like you're able to. Like that's huge for me.
That's for sure.
So how do you?
I know 2 songs. Yeah, I can play.
How do you not flip the car when you do that? Like, is it just all about having a car with a super low center of gravity, or the way you drive it, or everything?
Definitely, as a passenger, and I've been doing this for a long time. I'm not any good at it, but as a passenger, it feels like you're gonna flip the car every single time.
Yeah.
So it almost never happens. The cars are low. You're usually doing it on a flat track.
There's a lot of people that meet who are barbers.
The biggest Danger is spinning out in front of somebody else and getting smacked by them. But typically, the guys that are doing that kind of stuff, they've got proper protection, and that's why we encourage people to come out to the events. Because once again, we have standards, we have rules, and you guys can be safe about it. So.
What's so what car are you usually drifting in?
It's just
I like BMWs.
Oh, really?
Old, shitty BMWs. I think if I added up all the BMWs I've ever owned, I would, they would equal to the amount of one nice, like, Toyota Camry, you know?
Have you ever had a 5 Series?
I've had many 5 Series, but they've all been like 1990 something.
Yeah, I love that one though. That was the one that there was in a famous film, The Transporter, I think his name was.
Oh, yeah.
Jason Statham film. Yeah, I love that car.
That's actually a 7 Series.
Oh, is it 7?
Yeah, big old executive V8, super comfy. Yeah, you want to get me talking even more than I already do? Let's talk cars. Let's talk BMWs. Yeah, there's a bunch of nerds like me out there that try to save them all and fix them, and they're usually trashed or like owned by nerds like me and like worth way more than they need to be.
But yeah, I mean, going back to that, like, you know, there's a type of race called a 24-hour race, where
That's not normal, man.
it's not normal. It's crazy, you know. So like,
that's not like
you get
a normal thing.
you get a team of, well, we do it with a team of 4 people. Some people do it solo, which is just madness. But because like noon on Saturday, noon on a Sunday, and you see how many times you can go around a 60-mile lap in the desert, and yeah, you got 4 members on your team, and just so someone's always racing, and so you get to the end, and your buddy gets tagged. And you keep
Same
going.
bike or
Different
individual
bikes.
Okay.
Different bikes. Yeah, and it's really fun.
What's
in a
the,
kind of weird, masochistic kind of way.
Oh, totally, man. I'm down for that kind of stuff. What is the what happens when flat tires, bust the chains, any of
You
that kind of
just
stuff?
deal with it. Yeah, you change the tire, fix the chain, walk your bike in. If you can't fix it, you walk it back in, and your buddy's wondering if you're dying in the desert somewhere. But, yeah, it's pretty fun. It's fun from like a bonding standpoint too with your buddies. I think it's a really good way to connect with. I'll have some of my really good friends will fly in every year for it, and we'll all hang out and yeah, just get a chance to connect and do something crazy and
I would call that crazy.
yeah, just see each other. So have you ever done any racing on the car side apart from drifting?
Early on,
Yeah?
Did some drag racing early in my young days. Learned that it's extremely competitive and expensive.
Oh yeah, I bet.
And it's like bragging rights, and people are in it to win it. And guys start getting real specific about setups and things like that, and it kind of loses its fun factor.
Yeah.
So drifting, that's why I think a lot of us end up in drifting, because it's high-fives and hugs, and everyone's just trying to have a good time without, you can have the shittiest car on the track and still have a blast.
Yeah.
And I think that's, at the end of the day, just for what time allots, that's what I can get into. So no product on the hair, but product on these guys?
That's good, man. Good job. There he is. Yeah.
So this was a 1 as opposed to 2, so nothing super
Oh yeah.
super extreme, but still nice and tight.
Yeah.
As it grows out, that little bit of tape
But
won't
again,
make your head look as
keeping
wide. It'll
enough
kind
weight for
of
this
have
to,
more of
like,
a natural tape
lay
to it.
down, as
So
opposed to,
just in
like,
case it's a little while.
Staking out.
Also help your helmet fit better.
Perfect.
Touching up like
Kinda
edges
taking it back a
and
little
around,
bit.
around the
Yes.
perimeter,
This
just
side,
without
that's
actually
my
taking
guy.
down the length of the bulk of
To
it, will make it look so much
kinda
tidier,
round
even
his,
just like minimal
spear.
work.
So clean neckline, like if you got some stragglers coming up here, just trim those
Which
down.
are pretty much what you're doing now. Like I think it's a great looking beard. We will maybe blend out some of this at the top and leave the weight at the bottom, just to give it some dimension. But no, I dig what you got going on.
Cool. Thanks, man.
If you snap judge somebody and they're like, oh yeah, these well-traveled, business people, that you didn't even know it. Somebody who's been a professor. That's super interesting.
You should have like some signature crazy question you ask everybody. That's like,
Ooh, like if they're trying to enter Harvard, like who would you take with you if you're gonna populate Mars?
Elon Musk, probably.
Well, he's gonna beat you. He's gonna be the one that you flew there with to begin with. Yeah.
Well, his wife be a great choice.
Yeah, you're not taking
Well,
anybody.
I want him on my team,
you're going,
right?
you're going with him, not the other way around.
I see. Now you edit the question. Now that I want to bring Elon with me, he's disqualified.
Yeah, that was obvious. Duh. Everyone knows that. No, I'm just kidding, man. Yeah, that's like a question like that would be a hard hitter. out of right field. So like, you want a number 2 on the side, and you know, a little bit off the top. Who would you take with you to Mars?
Exactly. See how many people can roll with it. Like I always like asking people, how much is enough? Like in terms of money, like how much money in your bank would you need to be like, okay, this is enough. I'm happy here. This is enough.
Interesting. What is yours?
I think I'd be very happy with like $3 million liquid net worth.
Yeah, that's gonna compound nicely with some, you know, it's gonna beat inflation, but without, you know, look at us talking all kinds of fancy finances.
Yeah, you know, just put in the bank. You can live off the interest in a like, not a crazy exorbitant way, but just in like a comfortable way, allow you to do a lot of stuff. And
I mean, you wouldn't be able to afford a car. You'd only be able to ride your bikes. And,
I ride a lot of bikes anyway.
Hey,
So.
there you go. I would only be able to afford old BMWs, and that's okay.
But you love those already too, right?
Yeah. This is all good stuff. Like we're doing it right.
So this is a total rookie question. I'm almost embarrassed to ask it, but
Anything.
given the fairly new to the beard here, I've just usually been using like a little grooming scissors to kind of like trim the crazy hairs, keep it in line, and shave the neckline. Is there any real benefit to having a trimmer apart from that?
If you're more confident in using one, then absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a comfort thing because you can take care of a lot of work with your shears in between.
Yeah.
But there might be at a point where you're just like, I have to go to the barber, and that's okay. Like we can like just massage everything out, and you just maintain it with those shears.
Mm-hmm.
A clipper is for somebody who's ready to just tackle it on their own. And with that said, you will want to learn techniques like, right now I am using a 1 guard, open up all the way, so it's a 1.5. You can see that it kind of closes.
Cool.
And instead of just attacking your beard nice and flat from the middle, I'm actually raking the teeth first.
Okay.
And just combing up, so it's really not a 1.5. And I'm seeing where those hairs are starting to grab, and then as I move up into the beard, I start to lay that clipper down.
This technique here
to,
for the mustache, where I use the back of my comb to press down the top layer.
Let's go dropping knowledge. But yeah, as you go over the beard, going against the grain, you're gonna take off more hair, so you want to be
That way you
careful.
don't cut.
Learn
It
tricks
still
like
remains full, but you don't
using
cut
the
too
heel
much.
of your clipper to ride it along your cheek, and then let the clipper talk to you. You can hear when that hair gets plucked off, so you know, okay, I'm in the area where this is taking some hair down.
Mhm.
I know once you get a little bit of a lighter touch, I don't want to just dig out my entire beard and all the effort put in. Are you into the camera? That's French for cameras.
The camera. Yeah. I used to do a lot more photography than I do now, but for a while I really enjoyed it and was into it, and still enjoy it when I can. But I haven't made the time to do it recently. One of my favorite lenses is just like a 40mm prime, super wide open, 1.7, and it's I never first prime lens I ever had, and it's just like gorgeous pictures.
You today, you're getting some bone. I'm gonna use my favorite at the moment, Stone Mason. You like the desert? You like the smell of rocks?
Do rocks smell?
Yes.
Really?
What? Come on, man.
Rocks?
You never tasted rocks?
You never need to rock.
Yeah. What part of the country did you grow up in again?
What part do you grow up in?
In the desert.
Plant smell, animal smell, rain smell.
Yeah,
We smell the rocks.
Yeah, the smell that rain makes on stones.
Okay, I got it. That does smell good.
Stone Mason. There you go.
Dude, that's a great haircut.
Thank you very much, man.
That looks really nice.
My pleasure.
Woo! Enjoy that video? Well, go ahead, treat yourself to beard oil. We got a new formulation, new packaging, and a new price. Head over to beardbrand.com and take care of yourself, my friends.